My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Assassination Nation. That is actually a really fun title to say, but I don't know what to expect from this movie. I heard some people absolutely love it. I heard some people hate it with a burning passion, and I was a bit curious to see where I would land because I love the director Sam Levinson. I would say he is one of the best working directors today. Like, you can say what you want about his writing, fair enough, but his directing is always top notch. You watch Euphoria, a show that I love, and just the way one scene flows from one to the next, the way the camera moves, the use of the soundtrack, just every single directing decision he makes is always the right one. So I was kind of curious to see what he would bring to an action movie, and I have to say that this movie is really bad. I did not like this movie at all. But let's begin talking about the things I do like. And like I already mentioned, Sam Levinson is a great director and he shows that here. I love the aesthetic he brings to this movie, the way that he just captures certain moments, especially that home invasion scene. And I know lots of people hate it, but I didn't mind the trigger warning at the beginning of this movie. It was a creative choice that I didn't mind. And even though this is an anti-men movie, the two performances that stood out to me were Coleman Domingo, who I think is just a really underrated actor. He's great in Euphoria, and he's great here in the short time he's in it. And I also found Joel McHale. He's someone who I'm always rooting for because I love him in Community. And he's not in this movie much, but we see a different side of him here, and I think he pulls it off. So there's that. And do I have any more positives? Nope, I'm afraid that's it. Okay, on to my negatives. This is what happens when you put the agenda and the message in your face before the story and the characters, and everything suffers as a result. There's no bit of depth or nuance here. If you're not going to just be a fun turn off your brain movie and you're going to try to tackle some more complex issues, then show some depth and nuance. Otherwise, you're being disingenuous and you're not showing any bit of maturity or intelligence. And that's the case here. I thought this script is absolutely terrible. And this movie's going for a feminist angle when one of the main characters is a dude in a wig, and it's just like, okay, so if you're calling that a woman, then what is a woman? What is a man? If you're going to be so pro-feminist and so anti-men, then you've got to be able to define the terms, and I can guarantee you, Sam Levinson would not be able to. So the fact that a trans person is one of the main characters does destroy the whole feminist angle, and just saying, in a day and age where women are being silenced and women are being erased by that entire phenomenon, but that's a whole other issue entirely. Then you've got the four main characters, the three girls and the one dude, and they all just merge together. They all talk and act the exact same way, and just no one stands out. No one has a distinct personality. I couldn't tell you the first thing about any of these characters. And I thought the action in this movie was really bad. I like the level of blood, but there's no tension present. I mean, you've got the four main characters shooting at a bunch of guys in the last fight of this movie, and the guys are trying to shoot at them, but they keep missing, and the girls are just standing there in an open street, and they seem to be indestructible. How is this tense or interesting at all? Trick question, it's not. So it's already really bad up until that point, but then the movie finds a way to get even worse in the last 2 seconds of this movie. The last line of this movie might be the worst last line I've heard in anything. And that's all I really have to say about this movie. Like, this movie is just screaming at you with the messaging and the agenda, and it just gets so irritating. It's not given a bit of depth or nuance to anything going on. Every single guy is painted as so over the top and comically bad. I thought all the main characters were completely forgettable, and even though it's well directed, it can't do anything to save this terrible screenplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Assassination Nation, which is still a cool title, a 3 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Assassination Nation? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon, and Gavin out.